So continue this one. So general introduction to organic chemistry. So now how to find hybridization, we can find easily the given examples. For example, the molecular formula is same C3H6O, but it can form a different structures. For example, acetone CH3 C double bond O, and now cyclopropanol, and even propanoldehyde. So now hybridization sp3 sp2, and this and all sp3 and sp2 like that. So another important antibiotic is that the medicinal drug amoxicillin is a antibiotics. So now we can see this is the bond line structure representation. So but it's a very difficult to write a student in exam. So but it's take lot of time and lot of space to avoid that one. So now the zigzag representation, so bond line representations is like that. For example, you can see this is the 1 2 3 4 hexane, n hexane, and 2 methyl pentane, and 2 comma 3 dimethyl butane, and 2 butene. So now it is a you see propane, 2 propane, and this is sp hybridized, and this is the yeah, 2 pentanone. So these are the zigzag representation of a small molecules. And another one, so here you can see this is the yeah, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we can represent like that. So 1 2 3 4 and 5 6 7 8. So now this is called 4 octane. So now this is called 4 octane. So this is the representation of, because the triple bond must be represented in a linear fashion. So for example, you can see here two hydrogens are there. So this is called a 2 pentanone. So the drawing indicates only two bonds connected to this carbon. So just like the here two hydrogens, and here two hydrogens will be there, and here three hydrogens. So the drawing representation you can see here. So each drawing, for example, this line indicate here three hydrogens, and here represent two bonds, and here represent terminal represent three bonds. So this is the very important to, this is the learning skill. So for example, another example, it is a diazepam. So diazepam is a very important drug. The trade name is available Valium. So this is also, you can see that this is the carbon hydrogen representation, but in zigzag representation is like that. So we can develop a skill. For example, practice this skill. So students, please try giving following examples of different structures. And another one, for example, another drug, this is called tofacillin. So this one restore height loss. So tofacillin B is an important drug to restore the loss of hydrogens. Yeah. So here another one drug is there. This is called Michael Jackson drug. He used in the year of 2009. The drug is called propofol. So this is the these are the very important molecular representation. And so these are the bond line, you can see like that. So first, how to draw a bond line structures. First, for there the certain rules are there. And first one, carbon atoms in a straight line chain should be drawn in a zigzag format. So like that, we have to see like that, and we have to draw in a zigzag. So now the same one we can represent like this. It is a drawn like a zigzag manner. So and second one, when drawing double bond, so draw all the bonds as far as possible. For example, now carbon and oxygen, there is a double bond, so must be make a distance. So this is the correct representation. So that one, this representation is better than, so this representation. So now this is the bad representation. And even you can see this one. So 3 methyl pentane, and we can represent like this also correct, and this is also correct. And this is the 2 butanol. So these are the representation draw on. And another one, fossil fuel, biodiesel, very important. We know that biodiesel, fossil fuel. So engineering microbes. So engineered microbes. So this the name of this one is bisbolane. BISBOLANE. So this bisbolone is very important renewable biofuel. So the structure is like that: CH2, CH2, and CH2, CH2. So this is like that, CH and CS like that. But so in zigzag manner, you can represent like these structures. And for example, identify functional groups. For example, you can see here double bond is there, reduction it gives the CH3, and now here also double bond becomes. So these are the representation of organic structures. And cyclohexene, so then cyclohexane, and now this is the narborane and narborane. So and another important is the, so is that examples of common functional groups. So common functional groups and example, for example, RX. So it is with lone pair of electrons, you can see three lone pair of electrons is there. RX, X may be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodide. It's a called alkyl halide. Example, N propyl chloride, 1 2 1 2 3. So it is a propyl chloride. Another one you can see double bond is there, so that it is a alkene. So example, 1 butene. So now carbon, between carbon carbon triple bond is there, so it is considered as alkyne. So example, 1 butane. So and the alkyl, one hydrogen is replaced with OH and with lone pair of electrons. So now this is called alcohol. So example is, so 1 butanol. And ROR, oxygen having two lone pair of electrons, ROR is called ether. Example, diethyl ether. And RSH, sulfur also two lone pair of electrons, so this is called thiol functional group. For example, 1 butane thiol, 1 butane thiol. And RSR, so RSR also it is a thioethers, and this is called sulfides. So diethyl sulfide or dimethyl sulfide, like that. So now this is the aromatic compounds, second class, aromatic benzene. So aromatic, for example, methyl benzene, for example. So now this is called a methyl benzene. So now this is called a methyl benzene. And carbonyl, this and all carbonyl derivatives. For example, carbon R, C double bond O R. So two side alkyl group is there, it is a ketone functional group. So example, so 2 butanone, 1 2 3 4, 2 butanone. Then RC double bond OH aldehyde, it is a 1 butanol, Al aldehyde. So 1 butanaldehyde. Then another RC double bond OH, it is a carboxylic acid. So example is pentanoic acid. Then RC double bond O Cl, you can see oxygen, C double bond O Cl, it is a acyl halides. So for example, acetyl chloride. And RC double bond O C double bond O R, it is called as anhydride. Example, CH3 C double bond O and C double bond O, CH3 is called acetic anhydride. And RCOOR functional group is called ester. So for example, ethyl, now it is ethyl CH2 CH3 ethyl acetate. And RCONH2 is called amide. For example, alkyl amide. Then RNH2 amine. So these are the diethylamine. So these are the examples of common functional group and examples. So thank you, and please note down.